Here is my definitive guide to the Busan International Film Festival. Here are some quick and easy tips for when you decide to go see BIFF. Number 1, buying tickets. You can buy your tickets online using the English website. When you type your name in, make sure you type your name all lowercase. If you try to capitalize the first letter, it will say, "This is not an English word." And boom, you just put your American credit card in, $6 later, you're going to the film festival. And then they text you the code for your tickets so you can pick them up. Or you can just write it down. But how do you pick your movie? I went to 7 movies this film festival, and I learned the hard way how to pick them out. First thing you need to know, just reading the synopsis is not enough. It's very helpful to watch the trailer so you get an idea of the cinematography, maybe how they use music, but trailers don't always help. I saw this movie called Zama, which was a Spanish movie set in Argentina in a period drama, so a long time ago. That the trailer looked awesome, it had like cool music, it was historical, and then when I went to the movie, it was like, that was a tiny part of it, was what was in the trailer, and the rest of it was like, wow, terrible. And the message was to not have hope, because it won't work out. And take into account the language. I saw an awesome movie in Spanish called The Motive. It was about a guy who was trying to write a book, and nothing exciting was happening in his life, so he stirred up trouble in his apartment building so he'd have something to write about. And I was really surprised how much Spanish I know just from living in America. And I watched a French movie called The Rise and Fall of a Small Film Company, which could have been avoided if I had watched the trailer, because this movie was very strange. The people around me were so seriously into it, they must have been total cinema buffs. I was eating M&Ms and they were like, shh. It was in French, which took me back to my high school French days. Merci, Monsieur Boba. One night, my friend took me to see a Japanese movie, anime, of course. New age anime where a lot of things don't make sense, and the titles are really long. Fireworks. Should we see it from the side or the bottom? That whole thing is the title. Sadly, my favorite movie was actually in English. It was called Wonderstruck. If it comes to America, you have to see it. It's about 2 deaf kids trying to find their way in the world, and the soundtrack is incredible. Lots of 1970s funky time music, and then when it's in the 1920s, they use like ratchets and xylophones and cool unusual instruments like silent movies would use. Then, watch out for movies that are really just a big tourism scam. Munabia was an interesting movie to see into the Kyrgyzstan lifestyle and culture, but it was a lot of just like expansive views of their landscape and nobody talking or doing anything. But everything has English subtitles along the bottom, and then you either have Korean subtitles above it or Korean down the side. They actually even have a separate projector to project the Korean subtitles. The one movie I don't have a ticket for that I went to was in Russian, and it was called Salute 7, and my friend bought it for me, so I don't have the ticket. And that was a movie that taught me, don't be fooled by genres. I thought genres are totally a big deal when you're picking out movies, and I don't usually watch movies about space, like space stations, astronauts, that kind of thing. But Salute 7 was awesome. Like, so intense, edge of your seat the whole time. Russians trying to do the impossible and fix their space station. With a little bit of some I hate on America in there. / a shout out when the Challenger went by. The next thing you need to keep in mind when you go to BIFF is, what location is my movie showing at? It's a big old complicated map. Here's everything you need to know about the locations of the film festival. Walk to the beach is the BIFF stage. That's where celebrities are. I heard the Korean president showed up there. There's a lot of different buildings with just things to look at. little Olympics display. By the way, Olympics in Korea, February 2018. You go a few more subway stops away, you get to the main Busan International Film Festival area at the Shinsegae Centum City subway stop. In Shinsegae, way up on the 8th floor, is a theater that shows a lot of the movies. Next door is the Lotte department store. Also way up high, more movies in the theater. Across the street, you'll get to the main Busan International Film Festival Square. Gift shop, photo ops, outdoor theater, and let's not forget the auditorium-style theater with 3 floors of seating. Saw a packed movie there, Wonderstruck. Down the street in a college is another 3-story theater, or maybe 2, can't remember, where I saw the movie Motive. If you hop back on the subway, is Jansang in an NC department store, another movie theater way up on the top floor, 7th. You can see some movies. Now, all the main ticket buying happens at the BIFF Center, but you can buy tickets at any of the theaters. So, tip for you, go to Jansang NC, buy your tickets there, because there's hardly anyone, no line. The line at the BIFF Center is much longer. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a puffy coat. It's for the outdoor theater. Fall has officially started in Korea, and watching a movie outside, while it's epic and huge and great sound and lots of people, it is cold. But you take one winter coat, zip it up, you got the fur-lined pockets, you are good to go. You could always cuddle with someone too. Now that you know all about the film festival, I really want to encourage you to go next year. Whether you go by yourself or with another person, take a risk. You don't need a cuddle buddy for the outdoor theater. Just go with yourself. Then you can see whatever movie you want, whenever you want, movies back to back, and you never know. Your friend might randomly text you and come meet you at the film festival. It happened to me. So, 2018, here we come. Busan International Film Festival.